What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to show you why your guard keeps getting passed. Check it out. All right, guys. In our previous video, I covered on how to track and maintain a seated position. So today I'm going to be showing you why your guard keeps getting passed when you're in this supine position. Okay, so first things first is that I want to maintain active feet. If my feet are lazy like this and I'm just trying to frame with my hands, it's going to be very hard to deal with my partner moving around and controlling my legs. So, first things first is I want to start with my feet facing my partner. I'm going to keep my hands in line with my feet so that I can intercept his grips right away and be able to win this hand fight here. And also, I don't want to keep my feet on the same plane. I want to keep staggered feet so that it's hard to control both of my feet on the same plane. Here, he can start throwing my legs by, keeping my heels to my butt. Exactly. But here, he can't have both grips controlled at the same time like you would like. Here, I have inside position with one foot, and here it's very easy to start pummeling my feet back to his wrist. And now I have back inside position, but I'm still keeping one foot close, one long. I can even try to check his hip, keep one foot back, right? He tries to come around. Now I can just stay maintained with him in front of me. Active feet, active hands. One more thing I want to mention from here is that I don't want to let my partner approach me while I'm squared on my back right here. I want to be choosing a hip when he's approaching my guard so that I can determine which way he's going to be passing my guard. When I'm squared like this, I don't have the option to choose which side he's going. Now he gets to choose, he gets to feint, and now I'm at his discretion. So before he even gets to me, I'm choosing a hip, and this way I know where my partner's going to pass me. I'm going to keep my knees nice and open so that he's not able to just flank me quickly to the other side. He starts moving here, I have my feet ready to pummel to the inside, and now I can track him. But if my knees closed off, now he goes to cut that angle, I can't recover in time. So keep your knees nice and wide. Keep this uh, pass box nice and open, right? And now he can't start working around me very easily, and I can keep him in front of me. So now I constantly, like I was talking about earlier, am pummeling my feet and being active with my feet, bringing my toes to his wrists. I want to win this inside position with at least this top leg. I'm also thinking about getting my hands ready to strip grip so that I can free this leg so that I can throw in lassos. I can start pulling him in, getting connections on underhooks so that I can start entering into his legs or eventually even De La Riva positions, right? This all comes from winning this inside position here, keeping my hands framing. I'm not using my fingertips, I'm using the palms of my hands to frame his shoulders, frame his elbows, and frame his knee. I don't want to be too low where he drops his knee to the mat, and now I can't frame him, right? If I go too high, he drops his knee to the mat. Again, he's going to be able to bypass this frame. But if I frame right at the knee, keep my arms nice and straight, start circling around, I'm going to be able to keep him in front of me this whole time. Understanding that when my partner has these double ankle grips, they can only move so far as long as I have these nice straight frames. From here, I can't move any further forward. So a lot of times people start doubling back into this leg drag position, and this is where we're going to have to work now to self frame. Otherwise, they're going to be able to pin our hips in the other direction, and I'm going to work to pass my partner's guard. How Jeff is going to self frame, once he starts feeling me turning his hips squared, he's going to bring his hand behind his knee, open his elbow nice and wide, and now his elbow is supporting his leg from getting pinned to the mat. Now he can pummel his feet back in and now start to retain his guard. How I position myself and frame here doesn't change much. I want to keep framing my partner's cross shoulder with this nice straight post, and again, using this other frame to frame my partner's knee. My checkpoint here is not allowing my bottom knee to get trapped. If I start letting my partner beat this bottom knee, now it's very easy for him to start beating this top knee, getting chest to chest, and then eventually passing my guard. So I want to stay framing his shoulder, framing this bottom knee, and keeping my elbow inside my knee to keep my knees nice and open from here, making it hard for him to start collapsing my knees together. And even if he does collapse my knees together, I can take my hand, I'm going to reach, just so they can see, I'm going to grab my knee. Even if Jeff stays really heavy on top of my knees, I can pull my knee open, bring my frames back in place, and now I'm keeping him back in front of me. Now, there's going to be a time when he removes this hand, he beats my knee. Immediately, I'm pummeling to a collar tie from framing his shoulder. I'm using this leg high in his armpit to extend and kick him off balance. In combination with this collar tie, I would like to get control of his elbow so I can steer him. Again, off balancing him enough to free this trapped leg. So he beat my knee. Now he's going to start to come up. I can free this bottom leg. Now I'm framing this hip. I can frame on his hip if I want to start to work to sit up. Now we're back into our seated guard sweeps. Or I stay here and start to attack his arms, remove his arms and get to his lower body, and now we can start to work all of our attacks from our guard. If my partner is controlling just these double ankle grips, he can only move so far past my hip line. So from here, he's going to opt to choose to switch to these reverse grips. As he switches to these reverse grips, I'm again framing this elbow. Now my leg is free to kick this grip off, frame, catch his hip, and now I can keep him in front of me. If I miss this rear or this front leg, that's okay. I can frame this back leg. This is keeping him from getting past the line of my hips or past my shoulder line. Now I can frame, catch, and immediately go into all my attacks. And especially if you're new to this position, I would start off with this drill before you incorporate these frames. So I'm going to concave myself. I'm going to try and, my partner's going to get close enough to me so that I can reach one of my feet up, and I'm bringing my foot across diagonally to my heel to his armpit. Again, keeping this other knee close to my chest. Now I'm going to use my heel, back heeling, to square up on my partner. He can come north-south. I shoot my hips up, heel to the opposite armpit. I rotate through, and then you can incorporate him coming behind, grabbing your ankles, and now I'm going to frame his elbows so that I make his hands light. If I frame here, he can still put weight forward. If I frame here, he's still putting weight forward. I frame on the elbows. Now I pummel my feet. Now he tries to smash me, and I can just retain guard, even sometimes catching my partner in transition. Hope this helped your guard out. Let me know in the comments. Tune in next week for a new video, new location. Thanks so much for watching.